Let's talk about the evolution of modern witchcraft and Wicca through some of the key figures who helped shape it. If you've ever read a spell book, browsed a metaphysical shop, or watched a YouTube video on witchcraft, chances are you've come across names like Gardner, Buckland, or Cunningham. But where did this all actually start? Jules Michelet, 1798 to 1874. A pioneering French historian, Michelet's Les Sorcières, written in 1862, reimagined the witch not as a villain, but as a folk healer and symbol of resistance against church and state oppression. Though not based in historical rigor by modern standards, the book had a profound emotional and ideological influence on later witchcraft revivalists. Michelet framed the witch as a feminist icon, a narrative that echoed deeply in both Wicca and modern feminist witchcraft movements. Charles Leland was born in 1824, passed away in 1903, one of the earliest public figures to associate witchcraft with an ancient, surviving religion. In 1899, he published Aradia, also known as the Gospel of the Witches, claiming it was based on materials from an Italian witch named Maddalena. The text was spiritual, poetic, and controversial, and is still widely read today, though its authenticity is debated. Caroline High Correll was born in 1860. She is often overshadowed. Caroline Correll helped preserve and document American folk magic and rootwork traditions, especially from Appalachia in the South. She is considered to be the founder of the Correllian Wiccan tradition. Her role in preserving magical traditions is foundational in the broader American witchcraft movement. Robert Graves, 1895 to 1985. Author of The White Goddess, written in 1948, Graves introduced the concept of a pan-European goddess religion rooted in poetic inspiration and lunar myth. Though his work is more mythopoetic than anthropological, it had massive influence on the emerging pagan and witchcraft revival, especially among feminists and poetic occultists. Margaret Murray, 1863 to 1963. Her books, The Witch Cult in Western Europe, written in 1921, and The God of the Witches, written in 1931, posited that witches were remnants of a pre-Christian fertility religion. While her theories have largely been discredited academically, they strongly influenced Gerald Gardner and fueled popular belief in witchcraft as a hidden ancient religion. Gerald Gardner, 1884 to 1964. Often called the father of modern Wicca, his 1954 book, Witchcraft Today, claimed the old religion survived through a coven in the New Forest. He worked with the ritualist Doreen Valiente to develop what became known as Gardnerian Wicca. Heavily ritualistic, initiatory, and structured, Gardner's version blended folk magic, ceremonial ritual, Hermeticism, and Masonic influences. Doreen Valiente, 1922 to 1999. A key figure who shaped Wicca's language and tone. She revised and refined Gardner's Book of Shadows, removing what she called sillier ceremonial borrowings. She's credited with bringing poetic beauty and accessibility to the tradition. She was also fiercely protective of the craft's ethics and legacy. Alex Sanders, 1926-1988, founder of Alexandrian Wicca, often considered more ceremonial than Gardnerian Wicca. His Book of Shadows was clearly based on Gardnerian texts, despite claims of receiving them from his grandmother. Known for a theatrical flair, Sanders helped bring Wicca into the public eye through media appearances, a highly controversial figure who claims he was king of the witches. Raymond Buckland, 1934 to 2017, brought Gardnerian Wicca to the U.S. and later developed Sioux Wicca, a Saxon-influenced non-initiatory tradition. He is best known for his book, Buckland's Complete Book of Witchcraft, also affectionately called the Big Blue Book, which has been both beloved and controversial due to its frank descriptions of initiatory nudity, gender rights, and inner court material. Scott Cunningham, 1954 to 1993. A major figure in popularizing solitary Wicca. His book, Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary Practitioner, stripped away the hierarchy and ritual nudity, preserving a more personal, intuitive path. Books like Earth Power emphasize folk magic and herbalism, making the craft approachable and gentle for newcomers. Susanna Budapest, born 1940. A trailblazer in feminist spirituality, Z. Budapest founded the Susan B. Anthony Coven No. 1 and authored the Holy Book of Women's Mysteries. She created the Dianic Wicca tradition, a woman-only tradition focused on female divinity and empowerment. Her work was pivotal in aligning witchcraft with second-wave feminism and stirred controversy, especially over her views on men and ritual. Laurie Cabot, born 1933, known as the official witch of Salem, Cabot blended traditional witchcraft with science, claiming witchcraft is the science of energy. She made witchcraft public and educational, even running a store and teaching classes. Her visibility helped to stigmatize the craft. Raven Grimassi, 1951 to 2019. He claimed lineage from Italian witchcraft traditions, author of Italian Witchcraft and Ways of the Strega. Some critics questioned the historical accuracy of his claims, but his influence on modern Italian-American witchcraft is significant. He was also associated with Cunningham for a time, and some sources list him as a teacher. The evolution of modern witchcraft is shaped by academics, poets, activists, and visionaries, many of whom disagreed with each other, but each added something vital to the tapestry. From Gardner to Cunningham, from Murray to Budapest, these voices reflect a living tradition that continues to change and grow. As always, thank you for watching, and if you found this helpful or useful in any way, please consider giving a like and a follow. Let me know in the comments if there's one of these figures you would like me to deep dive in a future video. Catch you in the next one.